Hello and welcome to this tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how the engagement app works. Here we have our app. As we open it, we will see all of the engagements that we have created, like this one that we created for Chuck E. Cheese. On this page, you can add all of the important information, such as client, the RFP number, the plan date, the engagement manager, the project manager, PO number, the reference, and the details. On the bottom of the screen, we have a checklist where you can add any item and mark them as completed. On the Stakeholders tab, you can add all of the customers related to this project, and it will automatically be added to the followers list so you can send up any updates to the stakeholders by using the chatter. On the Contacts tab, you can have all of the information of the external people working on this project, such as contractors or technicians, for an easier access. And lastly, on settings, you can establish the project hourly cost and set up reminders for tasks and deadlines. On the Smart buttons, we have the project plan. Here, you can create all of the tasks that needs to be done to complete your project. And you can also establish the start and finish date and the amount of hours it will take your team to complete this task. Later on, you can also assign it to a member of your team. You also have additional settings, such as critical path, and it will highlight in red all of the tasks that belongs to the critical path so you can optimize the process if needed. On the Smart buttons, you'll also find the bill of materials. On this page, you can add all of the products that you're going to need to complete this project. It can either be existing products or fabricated products where you can add all of the components. You can also assign it to a task so you know when this product will be needed. As you can see here, the engagement has different stages. On the pre-sale stage, you can click here on Estimate Analysis. And it'll take you to this page where you have three different sections: BOMs, project effort, and expenses. On the bill of materials sections, you will see all of the products needed for the project alongside with their quantity and the total cost. On the project's effort section, you'll see all of the tasks with the amount of hours you assign for each one. And on the last section, the expenses, you can add all of the expected expenses for the project, like hotel, travel, or miscellaneous. At the bottom of each section, you can add the margin for each one. And at the bottom of the screen, you'll find the bid amount for your project. Once everything looks good, you can click this button at the top and it'll take all of the information and put it in our RFQ so you can send it to your customer. And that's when it gets to the stage of proposition. Now, let's say your customer accepted your bid. You can move on to the scheduling stage. In this stage, two new buttons appear at the screen. When you click on Purchases, it'll show you all of the products that you need to buy for this project, alongside the day it needs to be delivered by, the required quantity, the amount in quotation purchased, the on-hand quantity, and the cost. This will help your procurement team to purchase the products accordingly. Now, when you click on Fabrication, it'll take you to a page with the information of all of the products that you need to manufacture, alongside the start by date, the required quantity, the on-hand quantity, and the manufacturing status. On the scheduling stage, you can also go back to the project plan and start assigning all of the tasks to the members of your team. Now, on the Smart buttons that we have left, we have the sales orders, where you can see all of the sales orders that we have created for a customer. On the documents, you can upload any important documents so you can have it here for easy access. On purchase orders, you'll see all of the POs the procurement team have already created. On manufacturing orders, you can create or manage all of the orders of all of the products that you need to manufacture. On the expenses, you can upload or create a new expense that is related to this project. And lastly, you can update the project status here, where you can add monthly or weekly reviews, where you can set up the status to be on track, at risk, off track, on hold, and done. You can also manage your milestones here and see the profitability here to make sure you stay on the budget. Once the project is done, you can move it to the post sales and mark it as done. Now, let's say you have a project just like this one or very similar. You can just simply click here on the gear icon and click on copy engagement, where you can add the new engagement name and click on copy. And it'll take all of the information from the project plan, the BOMs, the checklist, and you can modify it, any information that you want, instead of doing everything from scratch. And simple as that, you have a powerful tool to manage all of your projects. See you next time.